Ladies and gentlemen, T-Rex Thompson.
Who draws a crowd and plays a lot? Baby, it's guitar man. Who's gonna steal the show? No, baby, it's the guitar man. He can make you love. He can make you cry. He will bring you down. Oh, then he'll get you high. Something keeps him going miles and miles a day. Find another place to play. Night after night, the truth's right. Maybe it's the guitar man who's on the radio. Listen to the guitar man. When he comes to town and you see his face and you think he might like to take his place, something keeps him drifting miles and miles away, searching for those songs to play. And you listen to the music and you like to sing along. You want to get the meaning out of each and every song. And you find yourself a message and some words to call you on. Take them home. He can make you love. He can get you high. He will bring you down. Oh, then he'll make you cry. Something keeps him moving, but no one seems to know what is it makes him go. And the lights begin to flicker and the sound is getting dim. The voice begins to falter and the crowds get thin. Oh, but he never seems to notice. He just got to find another place to play. Anyway, got to play. Anyway, got to play. Fade away. Beautiful.
Wow.
That was great. That's beautiful.
T-Rex Thompson.
My pleasure here again, Boston Paul. And
Welcome.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to miss everybody so damn much when I have to go down to Florida. I expect you all to come on down and party with me on my pontoon boat. We will have a great time on Lake Bonnet.
Absolutely. And we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about that. But first, I just want to say, welcome back.
My pleasure, Bon.
It's good to have you here.
VP, thank you for asking me back. This is really an honor. And I've got Richard Taylor here. Rich, my
Yes,
man.
and welcome,
And he
Mr.
is
Richard
such
Taylor.
a damn great guitarist. I'm just very proud to have him here with me, and I'm glad he accepted my invitation. I really do.
Now, this is going to be a lot of fun. And for those who don't know, this is a pre-recorded episode that we're releasing, as I won't be able to do the live stream on this particular Sunday, so this was done sometime in the past. Ooh.
That's fine. Just make sure it's on Facebook so I can see it.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so T-Rex, what do you have for us today?
Oh, I got all kinds of good music. Stuff that I got one that I wrote myself. It's about a tragic part of my life back in 1986 when I was a deputy sheriff. And it's called The Ghost I Saw Was Me. And it's really a hard-hitting song, but every time I sing it, it almost brings tears in my eyes.
Right.
And so it's a great song. I think everybody's going to like it. I played it a few times now in different lounges, and everybody just loved it. So, but we'll get to that one. But right now, we're going to do some covers.
Looking forward to it.
Let's do. Let's do some Country Roads by good old John Denver. Then we're going to do some Al Stewart, You're the Cat. And I know you can do some damn good lead on that one. Let's see, Country Roads. Here we go. And it stays on the second fret. Starts in G. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost to heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home, oh country road. All my memories gather round her, minus the lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste the moonshine, teardrop in my eyes. Country road, oh take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, oh mountain mama, oh take me home, oh country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour, she calls me, radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, oh take me home, oh to the place I belong, West Virginia, oh mountain mama, take me home, oh country road, take me home, oh country road, take me home, oh country road. I love it. Yeah, excellent, Rich. Just excellent, buddy. Getting into this shit. Wow. I loved it. It was great.
Now, real quickly, I also just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuning in and watching this video. We appreciate it. This is the Lockdown live stream. We do this every Sunday at 6 p.m. Typically live, but this is a special pre-recorded episode.
Yep, definitely.
For T-Rex Thompson. And what we're gonna do on this one, we're gonna get to the music first, and then we're gonna do some questions later on. So stick around for the interview portion.
All right. Sounds good. And then, I can get some more adult beverage. Damn.
That's right.
I'm already dry. We are going to do You're the Cat.
You're the Cat.
It's a beautiful song. You're the Cat by Al Stewart. Starts off in C major 7th.
Is he still on the cape?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Cape on the 2nd fret.
All right.
Money for a Bogart movie in a country where they turn back time. Go strolling through the crowds like Pete Marie contemplating a crime. She's out of the sun in a citrus run like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanations, she'll just tell you that she can. In the You're the Cat. She doesn't give you time for questions, as she locks up your arm, it hurts. You follow to your sense, home of which direction completely disappears. My blue tide was near the market stalls will be hitting she needs you too. These days she said, I feel my life it's like a river running through in the You're the Cat. She looks so goody in her shine, well, like the moon in the sea. She comes and says, and patchouli, so you go to find what's waiting inside the You're the Cat. When morning comes and you're still with her, the bus and the tourists are gone. You've thrown away your choice, or you lost your ticket, so you have to stay on. The drumbeat strains of the night remains, and the rhythm of newborn day. You know sometime you're bound to leave her, but now you gotta stay in the You're the Cat. In the You're the Cat. Oh, Just beautiful. Very nice, Rich. Very nice. I had a little frog in my throat there at the end. I had to go that number. All right, well, let's do the song that I wrote, and then we'll go back to some more covers.
You know, I'm wondering, would you mind saving the one that you wrote for the end?
Sure we can.
Because that'll be a great lead-in for some questions for you.
Okay, that'll work. Sure, we can do that. Let's see, let's do, I love this song by Gary Lewis. Let's see, let me think here what it has. Let me bring it up first.
Hey, Richie.
Yo,
How you doing today?
just T-Rexing it up today.
Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying by Gary Lewis and the Pacemakers. All right, here we go.
It's good. It's a good day.
On the second fret.
Second fret?
Second fret.
All right. Sounds good.
Don't let the sun catch you crying. The night's the time for all your tears. Your heart may be broken tonight, but tomorrow in the morning light. So don't let the sun catch you crying. The nighttime shadows disappear, and with them go all your tears. Oh, the morning will bring joy for every girl and boy. So don't let the sun catch you crying. We know the crying's not a bad thing, but stop your crying when the birds sing. It may be hard to discover that you've been left for another, but don't forget, oh, that love's a game, and it can always come again. So don't let the sun get you crying. Don't let the sun get you crying, oh no. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you very much, Boston Paul. Thank you very much, Rich. This is some great accompaniment. I love Rich Taylor.
Very welcome. Actually,
It is my honor to have you here, let me tell you.
I've never played any of these songs before.
But you're doing just
You know what? I'm going along with the ride.
you're doing just fantastic. Man, this is A1 plus. Let me know when I get another adult beverage. So much for that, right? Okay. All right, let's do, okay, let's see. I love this song. I really do. Yeah, you're going to love it too. Lobo,
Lobo, okay.
Don't Expect Me to Be Your Friend. It goes right up here to the fifth fret.
All right.
So, with G. up sending flowers to your apartment, 'cause you said you aren't home much anymore. I stopped dropping by that appointment, 'cause I'd hear the laughter coming through your door. Late at night, you used to call me just before you close your eyes to sleep. You make a vow to try and stop by sometime. Baby, it's a promise I can't keep. Love you too much to ever start liking you. So let's just let this story kind of end. Love you too much to ever start liking you. So don't expect for me to be your friend. I don't walk down through the village or other places that we used to go to all the time. I tried to erase you from my memory, 'cause thinking of you jumbles up my mind. Love you too much to ever start liking you. Let's just let this story kind of end. Love you too much to ever start liking you. So don't expect for me to be your friend. You always act so happy when I see you. You smile the way to take my hand then introduce me to your latest lover. That's when I feel the walls start crashing in. Love you too much to ever start liking you. So let's just let this story kind of end. Love you too much to ever start liking you. So don't expect for me to be your friend. Yeah, a little Lobo for you. Thank you very much, Boston Paul. I love this. Excellent, Rich. Just beautiful lead. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, it is certainly nice.
Okay, we're going to do some It Never Rains in Southern California, capo on the 2nd fret.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, I just go back and forth. I love the capo. It's something I just really fell in love with.
It's probably the most I've ever used a capo in my life.
All right.
Just might be.
right?
I don't usually see you with a capo, so
This is my capo right here.
that's right. Yeah.
An exception for you.
I hear you. Thank you, Rich. All right. This is back in 1972 by Albert Hammond. Great hit. It's called Never Rains in California. Starts off in A minor.
Okay.
Got on board westbound 747. Didn't think before deciding what to do. All the talk of opportunity, TV breaks and movies rang true, sure rang true. Seems it never rains in Southern California. Seems I've often heard that kind of talk before. It never rains in California, girl, but don't they warn ya? It pours, man, it pours. Mad in my head, mad of self-respect, out of breath. I'm under love, I'm underfed. Wanna come home. It never rains in California, girl, but don't they warn ya? It pours, man, it pours. Will you tell folks back home I nearly made it? Head office, but don't know which one to tell. Oh, please don't tell them how you found me. Please don't tell them how you found me. Give me a break, give me a break. Seems it never rains in Southern California. Seems I've often heard that kind of talk before. It never rains in California, girl, but don't they warn ya? It pours, man, it pours. Very nice. Whew. Hell yeah. Beautiful, Rich.
Beautiful Rex.
Beautiful, Rex.
This is fun.
This is a lot of fun. I'm loving this shit. Loving it to death.
All right, so I do have to ask you the cover choices. Why do you play those songs? Because I've noticed tonight you played songs tonight that I've heard you play multiple times before. Clearly, they mean something to you. Do you want to dive into that a little bit?
I don't know. I'm just an old school guy. I mean, I play 60s, 70s, and 80s music.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just the best thing I know what to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like any of the new music. I'm sorry. I'm just an old school.
Yeah. Really? You old school? Nah, get out of here.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Richard.
One more. I'll do one more with you.
Okay. Sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do. Let's do. How about some, say either Sister Golden Hair or I Love Love Is All Around It, Mother's Trogs and REM. Mm-hmm. I love that one. Let's do that one. Let's do that one with you. Love is all around. Here we go.
Second fret.
Third fret. Third fret. Starts off in D, as in David. You ready? Feel it in my fingers, feel it in my toes. Love is all around me, and so the feeling grows. It's written on the wind, it's everywhere I go. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, oh there'll be no end. So my love can't depend. See your face before me as I lay on my bed. Kinda get to thinking of all the things you said. You gave your promise to me, and I gave mine to you. Need someone beside me in everything I do. You know I love you, I always will. Mine's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. On my love, you can depend. It's written on the wind, it's everywhere I go. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. 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 Yeah, beautiful, Rich. Beautiful, baby. Great, just fantastic. Hell yes. This is what a great night again. At least this time I'm not shit-faced.
Oh, man, this is fun.
I understand, Rich. It was my pleasure, my man. Mr. Richard Taylor here. Well, just fantastic acoustic guitarist.
I got my beauty appointment I got to attend to.
I understand.
Absolutely.
Make sure you put on some makeup.
I got my hair.
Oh, God, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
If the wind's blowing, forget about the hair.
That's right.
Rich, thanks again, buddy.
Always, man. Always.
Enjoy yourself tonight
Try to anyway.
with the family. Just
Not as much fun as with you, man.
it's been a real pleasure. It really has.
So, you guys have a good evening. Until next time.
All right, Rich. Take care, big guy.
All righty, Richard. Take it easy, buddy.
He's a great guy. I love Rich. Love him to death.
All right, so T-Rex, let's dive into this original song.
I had to go into detail and try not to go into detail, but back in 1986, February 10th, I was 6 months on the road patrol with Marion County Sheriff's Department in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I got called for a dead odor, possibly a dead person in an apartment building.
Right.
And I got there along with my partner, Mike Berry, and with Mike Berry. And we got there, and to make a long story short, she wanted suicide by cop. She was a paranoid schizophrenic and manic depressive, manic depressive and paranoid schizophrenic off her meds. I won't ever forget her name or her face. Won't go into the name or any of that stuff.
Right.
But to make a long story short, she tried to stab me with a big chef knife and my partner, Mike Berry, and we had all orders at all time, since she tried to stab me or tried to stab my partner, at all costs to go on in.
Right.
So as soon as we had maintenance come over and unlock the door, she kept on, every time we talked to her, she said that, she only had, she had the chain link on, and that was it. And she was just out of her mind. She thought she kept chanting in different tongues. She kept saying, Beelzebub be gone, Beelzebub be gone, and all that. And,
right.
And when we finally kicked open the door, she looked at me and looked straight at me, and then Mike Berry, and said, well, if I'm going, I'm taking you and all of you with me. And that's when the first shot was fired, and we had to kill her on the spot. And we went in and checked everything out, and we found out that everything was okay. There was nobody injured in there, like she started chanting before.
Right.
And just everything went downhill from there. We went straight down to down to City County building, and took a breathalyzer, and I was in shock. I couldn't even hear. I had no depth perception, nothing, because I was in shock.
Yeah.
Got down there. That was at about 11:30, about 11:10 in the evening, and I didn't get out from questioning from homicide and robbery at Marion County Sheriff's Department until 9 a.m. that morning.
Oh, wow. So that's quite a process then.
It was quite a process.
Yeah.
And
And this was back in the 80s. So this was
1986.
Yeah, back
so we
before
didn't have
tasers and all the
that
fancy stuff. Right. Yeah.
And we had SWAT team, but of course the SWAT would have been a long time, and
right, exactly.
we had orders to go in.
Yeah.
By our superiors. So, but to make a long story short, I got kicked out of my own home by my second wife. Not going through names and all that stuff, and my daughter. She was only 6 months old at the time, and you met her,
right.
Chelsea. And I got 3 grandsons and one granddaughter I loved very, very dearly. But I lived down in my squad car, from Marion County squad car, even though I was working for 3 weeks. I lived down in my car.
Wow.
I had nowhere to go because nobody wanted me. I was an outcast.
Right.
Same with Mike Berry. And they sent us down the river, said everything was going to be fine. Sheriff did. I won't say what it was. He's gone anyway. He's dead and gone. But anyway, he said everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Everybody went through the firearms review board. It was 3-2 against for homicide, unjustifiable homicide. And I got a subpoena from the grand jury about 3 days later.
Right.
For murder in the first degree. And so I went out and got stinking drunk, and I had my friends with me, some of my friends, and a lot of them disowned me. I won't say who and what my family or anything else, but I woke up in the morning. I had my .357 Magnum revolver against my head with a hammer cocked, and because I fell asleep that way on the floor.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, I said, "What the hell am I doing?" And then it was snowing that day, so I went out to my squad car, and this is before they took my gun away and my car and everything else.
Right.
And somebody had written on the back of the window, Turk 182. If you ever watch that movie, it's very, very similar to what I went through, about a firefighter that got wrongfully accused and his brother's trying to clear him.
Wow.
But it took me 5 years, a lot of health problems, teeth, just a lot of stress. And 1991, we got cleared. It was justified.
Right.
But it was just all political and everything else. And I hate to say it, but I don't like politics.
Yeah.
I really don't. I wish this country would be ran by the people, not just one person.
Right.
Commander-in-chief. But we won't go any further with that. Because the Constitution says we the people of the United States, not we the commander-in-chief. But Anyway,
All right, let's get into the song.
sure, let's do it. Okay, it's called A Ghost I Saw Was Me. I was looking through the window, strange thing I could see. A man moved right in front of me, dropped down to his knees. His words were very quiet, and I could hardly hear. But when he looked straight up at me, the ghost I saw was me. Oh God, my God, why did you do this to me? I thought that you loved me. Was I too blind to see? First I couldn't move, then he took my hand, led me through an open door to another land. There I saw a body bleeding by a tree, and when I looked down at it, the ghost I saw was me. Oh God, my God, why did you do this to me? I thought that you loved me. Was I too blind to see? I will try to help now. I tried to set them free when I took my life away for all the world to see. I'm looking at myself now, and all the ghost I see is me. Looking at myself now, the ghost I see is me. Oh God, my God, why did you do this to me? I thought that you loved me. Was I too blind to see? That's it.
Wow.
I know it's heavy.
T-Rex, that is a powerful song.
Yes, it is. It's very heavy.
And a powerful story. And
Yes.
one that I think particularly right now is important. I try not to delve too much into the politics of things, but I will say that every story has two sides. And so I really appreciate the strength and the bravery and the courage that it took for you to so bluntly tell yours.
Well, thank you. I
Right.
appreciate that, Boston Paul. I really do.
Because clearly, one, you've been involved in a lot of different things, right? Not just law enforcement. You also flew, what was it, P-40 Phantoms in Vietnam?
F-40 Phantoms.
F-40, I'm sorry, F-40 Phantoms.
And I was a commercial pilot for 20 years.
Well, there you go. So you served in Vietnam. You served in law enforcement here in the United States, and you went through what I would imagine to be a pretty traumatizing, I guess would be the right word,
Oh, yeah.
event.
And then 2 years later, I got awarded the Silver Star for bravery from the American Police Hall of Fame.
No kidding.
For to make a long story short, it was a call for after I got back out on the road patrol.
Yeah.
It was a suicide by handgun in progress
Okay,
on the
wow.
south side of Indianapolis, and I got there, and my backup was still about 3 minutes away.
Right.
And this is in February, so this is another February incident, and I had driving gloves on, and I get in there in this dark bedroom in this apartment on South 31 and Thompson Road, and these two big burly guys are fighting over a gun,
Oh, wow.
a revolver, and it was a 357 Ruger. Oh, 357 Ruger. And when I got into the middle of it, because I wasn't even thinking, I just thought, well, I'm the only one here, I better do something. So I got in front of them, in the middle of them, and started wrestling the gun away, and the gun was right toward my chest, and the hammer came down. Well, I instinctively, didn't even think about it, put my thumb between the hammer and the firing pin, and wrestled away and threw it against the wall and handcuffed the guy and took him in for DSC question mark.
Wow.
So but I found out that it was two brothers. They were both construction workers, and big burly guys. And the reason the guy was trying to commit suicide was because he was losing his eyesight.
Jeez.
And so I got went through 50 board members. They were all celebrities from American Police Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And got 50 votes for yes for the Silver Star for bravery.
Wow. That's incredible.
That was, and I got two other medals for bravery from the Indianapolis Airport Police Department.
Wow.
So I've been around.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you've had quite a career.
Yeah, it has, and I still have a lot of flashbacks about
Yeah.
about everything.
So
That's never going to end.
let me ask you this. This song that you wrote, was this the first song you've written?
I've wrote some other songs. As a matter of fact, I just found them when I was.
Because it's the first original that I've heard.
Yeah, I wrote some other ones, but this was years ago.
Right.
And I found them after I was starting to get ready to move out of my place, and I'm gonna put some music to them and go from there.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the most I guess you'd say meaningful song that I've written.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind my asking, what prompted it now? Why write this song now?
I don't know. I thought just before I started getting ready to move, I was wondering where I'm going from here.
Right.
Like a whole new chapter of life, and I kept flashing back when I was sleeping, and I kept thinking, man, I need to do something about my life. I need to make a song out of it. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. I sat down and just started thinking about what I'd been through and how I'm going to put this into words and make it sound meaningful without sounding like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Always the goal.
Then I had to put some chords to it, which was easy. Chords was easy.
Right.
But the words were hard to, because, with a song, you want to have it to rhyme. But at the same time, you want to have very meaningful verses and
Right.
chorus. And that's what I went that route. And it just kind of clicked. I don't know if I'll ever do another meaningful song like that, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I will say it certainly clicked. It is a very powerful song. Whether you know the story behind it or not, but knowing the story behind it also adds a lot of context to it, and it really does make you think, because I guess the metaphor that you use, like the ghost that I saw was me, right? You really turn that whole scenario into a reflection of yourself and who you are now versus who you were then, and and how
I went
you
through my second divorce because of the shooting. I had no place to live. Didn't clear, like I said, for 5 years. They took away my squad car, took away my gun, everything, put me in jail division. It was just a real pain in the ass.
Right.
And I won't go any further with my family members because a couple of them, not a couple of them, but one stood by me, and then one said, well, you should be like like Chuck Norris, and just kick the knife out of her hand. You don't.
Right.
I'm sorry, but this is real life. Okay,
Right.
This is not the movies.
Right.
This isn't kung fu.
Right.
This lady's coming at me with a big chef knife and ready to slice me up. I'm gonna have to do something.
Right.
And it took eight bullets to kill her, so she was pumped up.
Right.
But she came out and she just walked toward us after eight bullets. She finally dropped the knife and found out through the ballistics of Marion County, that my 8th shot went through her hand to make her drop the knife.
No kidding.
Yeah, or else it would have been more than that.
And when you say pumped up, you're talking about adrenaline, right? There's when people get into a certain mode, the adrenaline can cause them, because speaking of movies, right? A lot of people think, oh, you can just shoot them in the leg. Oh, you can shoot them one time. That's it. No. Sometimes maybe if you're lucky, but a lot of the times when somebody has all of these chemicals.
But when we go through training, Boston Paul, it's to stop the threat.
Right.
Not malicious wounding or any of that crap.
Right.
It's stop the threat.
Right.
Once you stop it, you stop.
Right, exactly. So, but the point being is that it can take a lot when somebody is just absolutely amped up. It can take a lot to stop somebody. I mean, at the end of the day, physically speaking, we're animals, right? We're powerful
we're
animals,
human beings, but we're animals.
Yeah, and it can take a lot. So, anyhow, moving on from that, I kind of want to hear one more song from you.
Okay, let's do Sister Golden Hair.
All right.
I love that song by America. I love America anyway.
I try to end this thing on a upbeat note.
Okay, well this is upbeat then. This is upbeat. All right. Here we go. Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. Ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair, surprise that I just can't live without you. Can't you see in my eyes? I've been a one-for correspondent, been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle, or will you meet me in the end? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, don't mind saying, just can't make it. Well, I keep on thinking about you. A sister golden is surprise that I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet in the middle, or will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Well, I tried to fake it, don't mind saying, just can't make it. Choo-wah, choo-wah, doo-doo-wah, 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 choo-wah. Yeah.
T-Rex Thompson.
What a great night. Great night, Boston Paul. Thank you very much for inviting me back. This is just means a hell of a lot to me.
No, absolutely. Thank you.
Means the world to me.
Thank you for coming on here and performing for us and for sharing your story. Again, I think it's going to be important for a lot of people because it sheds some light on the other side of the equation. I think it'll also be really important for anybody that is currently serving in the military or serving in law enforcement, paramedics as well, firefighters, anybody that is suffering from, PTSD and anything that they've had to go through in the past. This is a great example that if you have something to say, you can and should say it. And there are people that are willing to listen.
Well, I look at it this way, Boston Paul. No matter how tough life gets, because life can throw you a lot of curveballs. Never give up. There is always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Don't try to give it up.
Absolutely.
Just keep on striving. If you give up, you're going to fail.
Well, with that, I don't think there's a better note to end it on than with what you just said. So I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody that has tuned in and watched this. And we will see you on the next one.
Sounds great, Boston Paul. Thank you very much, sir. Fantastic. Just a great night. I love